Today I'm going to share with you 11 signs that you are a great dancer or you will be a great dancer. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive into the content. See, over the years, I've been fortunate enough to interact with many dancers, all over the world. And I also had the chance to interact with many great dancers. So I had the chance to analyze these great dancers and identify, what make them so good at what they do. And I came up with these 11 signs that I found pretty much in every single great dancer that I admire. And I'm not saying that they have every single one of them, okay? But they probably have maybe 80% of these 11 signs, or maybe 70% or 90% sometimes of these 11 signs. So the goal for you is I'm going to share with you these 11 signs that will give you an idea of where you are, and also what kind of which one you can improve on and which one you don't have at all and you would need to work on in order to be a great dancer. And also what I'd like to hear from you guys. So you're gonna leave a comment below to tell me, okay, Nikhil, I've got 70% of those 11 signs, or 80% of it, or 90% of it, or 50% of it. Just let me know in the comment below, out of these 11 signs, which one you've got. And bear in mind, even if you don't have all of them, that's totally fine. It's a way for you to kind of have an idea of where you are. The first sign is you focus on delayed gratification rather than instant gratification. What do I mean by that? A great dancer knows how to be patient. They really know how to be patient and trust the process. Yeah. A great dancer will mainly focus on getting better, training on a regular basis, improving as a dancer mentally and physically, right? And he will always focus on the process, and most importantly, do everything that is possible to enjoy the process, right? A great dancer will always do that. It will not focus, on instant gratification. But so many times, I heard, dancers, new beginners, who would say something like, okay, hey Nikhil, I've been training hard, and when I do a battle, I can't even pass the pre-selection, and they get frustrated, which I can understand. But you need to understand that this is a process, yeah, and you can't, come, to a battle and overnight, you're winning battles and making a name for yourself in the dance industry like that. Even if you've been training for 2 years or 3 years, you've got people who've been training for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, right? So you can't really be too in a rush. Yeah, you have to enjoy the process and learn to be patient, okay? And the best way to be patient really is to just focus on small wins. Yeah, so rather than saying, okay, I wanna win this battle, and I need to travel the world and teach and doing workshops, the people who does things like that, they've been in the game for a very long time. So instead you should be focused on, okay, all right, this month, this is my current level. Next month, I want to get to that level. And then I want to progress more. I want to do this. I want to exchange with other dancers. I want to go to more events. I want to take more dance classes. You see what I mean? These small little steps that you are going through will help you eventually, have the big wins, right? But you need to focus on the process, enjoying the process. Another thing as well, with social media nowadays, is everybody, when they post the videos, they want to see, how many likes I've got, how many views I've got on the videos. These are instant gratification, and don't get too addicted to this, these instant gratification. It's okay. So what if you only have, 10 likes on your videos? That's okay, as long as you are focusing on becoming better and growing, as a dancer, eventually, the result will come. But you focus on delayed gratification rather than instant gratification, right? Everything that is great require effort, require a lot of effort, and require a lot of time before you can get the result. All right, so delayed gratification is much more powerful, much more rewarding than instant gratification, right? So that would be the first one. The second one is you can't stop thinking about dancing. If you feel like that, there is a great chance you are already a great dancer, or you will definitely be a great dancer. Because when you are really passionate about dancing, your mind is committed to your passion. You are truly committed to your passion. It's almost like a drug. I mean, to be honest with you, this is how I feel about it sometimes. Every day I think about dancing, right? I might not be dancing every day, but I think about dancing every day. It can be about a next event coming. It can be about training. It can be about creating a new choreography. It can be about, training on new techniques to develop myself. But my brain is constantly thinking about dancing. This is how you are really passionate about this, and you kind of a bit of addicted to it. But it's a good addiction anyway, so it's fine. But this is another sign. When you keep thinking about dancing a lot and you feel like you feel the need to to grow as a dancer, to really live your passion, that's a great sign that you are a great dancer, or you're gonna be a great dancer. The third sign is you are obsessed about getting better. Let me say that again. You are obsessed about getting better. So you never satisfy with your current level. If you are like this is a great sign. Some people, they settle. They reach a certain level and then they feel like, okay, you know what, it's too much work, too much effort, to get to that level, or what, I'm gonna just stay at this level, or I'm gonna train less, or no, I'm too tired today, or I'm late. When you've got this lazy mindset, it's gonna be really hard for you to keep pushing, to keep progressing on a regular basis, right? But if you are truly obsessed about getting better, you will always find a solution to get better. If you are already like this, chances are you are a great dancer, or you will definitely be a great dancer. So be obsessed about getting better, right? Number 4, you always have a target. So you're not just dancing for the sake of dancing. You also have a target, and a target helps you be more focused. Yeah, so you're not just taking the road, driving, and you don't know where you're going. No, you're actually taking the car, driving, and you know exactly where you're going. And once you hit the target, you find a different target, and then you hit this target, and then you find a different target. But you are always having a new target that you want to reach. You see what I mean? So that's very important as well, because if you want to stay focused and have a sharp mind, to reach your goal, you definitely want a target. Never stay without target, because if you don't have a target, you start settle down, and you don't want that. If you start being satisfied about your current level, then you are slowly but surely dying, and you don't want that. All right. Number 5, you finish what you start. You are the type of person who finish what you start. If you are like this, chances are you are a great dancer, or you will definitely be a great dancer. The reason why I'm saying this is, so many people like to start things, I call that the excitement phase, right? When you just start something, it can be a new project, or anything you start and you feel excited about it, and then it fades. And then when it fades, you just give up on it, you don't finish it. But to work on that, you need to work on that on every single area in your life, not just through dancing. Take the habit of starting something and finish it. It can be a simple book. If you start reading a book, make sure to finish it. Yeah. And if you do that most of the time, you manage to finish the book from the beginning to the end. This is a good habit that you are developing, you know. And the same for your training, you know. If you start training and you say, okay, I'm gonna be training for 2 hours, right? You put the music and you actually train from the beginning to the end for 2 hours. But if you start training and, you know, 15 minutes later you are on your phone chatting and, you know, getting distracted by so many things, then you're not actually doing the work properly, so you don't finish your training. See what I mean? And this is unconsciously, this is a bad habit that you kind of, you know, getting and cultivating this bad habit, and this will prevent you from being a great dancer. All right, because the moment you hit that challenge, you will back up, you will give up, you know, and you don't want that. And the best way is to work on these little things. Yeah, so make sure you finish what you start. Number 6, you do what you say you are going to do. You are a man of your words, or you are a woman of your word. That's very, very important, because the moment you again, that's a habit that you will start cultivating. Yeah, if you every time you say something, you don't do it, that's a bad habit that you are creating, and it's going to be hard for you to be a great dancer, because you need to be committed. You know, when you say that you are going to do something for your dance, you know, it can be, you know, sending these emails to for the next audition, or going to these classes and you're not doing them, then you are cultivating this bad habit. There's a saying. It says, if you do 50% of what you say you are going to do, you're going to be mediocre. If you do 75% of what you say you are going to do, you're going to be average. But if you manage to do 90% of what you say you are going to do, you're going to be great. All right? So even though you don't do all the time like 100%, because sometimes, you know, there are unexpected events that can happen in your life that prevent you from doing what you say you are going to do. But most of the time, you need to go get close to these 90-95%. When you say something, you do it. When you say something, you do it. That's a really, really good habit to create in your life. And when you do that, this will impact your dance a lot. If you say, okay, in 6 months, I want to do this battle, so therefore, over the next 6 months, I'm going to be training 3 times a week to prepare this, then do it. Do it. Because if you don't do it, then you will get, you know, this habit of not doing what you say you are going to do. And down the line, this will impact your dance a lot, right? So that's the number 6. Number 7, you have the I don't care mentality. What do I mean by that? Once you start dancing and you put your name out there, you put your style out there, you will start getting opinions of other people, you know, from online, you know, from people that you know, or when you go to an event. Every time you're gonna have, you know, other people's opinion. It can be constructive feedback, it can also be, you know, just rubbish feedback, you know, but you will get all of them. So it's gonna be, you're gonna need to, if you are the type of person who knows how to filter feedback, and also most importantly, you know how to respond to feedback, even if they are negative or positive, this will help your dance a lot. On the other side, if you are someone who kind of let, you know, other people's opinions impact you too much, then it's going to be hard for you to keep on progressing, to keep on, you know, having this winner mindset no matter what is happening in your dance journey. You see what I mean? So how do you manage that? Is, you know, positive feedback or negative feedback, it's pretty much, you need to kind of receive them pretty much the exact same way. If you have positive feedback, that's great. But don't stay too long on them, you know, don't get too emotional and too excited, you know, because people are saying, oh, how great you are and things like this. If you are too addicted to this positive feedback, the moment you've got negative feedback, then it will impact your feeling, it will impact your emotion, and you don't want that. So instead is, okay, if you've got positive feedback, I thank you for that. I really appreciate your words, and this helped me, keep going and keep doing what I do, and that's it. You don't need to be, like too excited because people are saying that you're great and stuff like that. That's is what I'm saying. It's not easy to do. And even myself, sometimes I might be struggle. I can struggle with that as well, because depend on the person, depend on the person who give me this positive feedback. This can have a different impact on me. But I always try to manage to control my emotion. So when I got this positive feedback, I'm really 100% grateful for them. But I don't spend too much time on them. I don't stay too much time on them, because I know there's always room of improvement, right? So so the same thing for the bad feedback. You receive bad feedback. If they are constructive, try to learn from them, and grow with that. If they are not, and just rubbish, and people are trying to be mean to you, that's okay. Don't care about this. Don't take it too seriously. I know it's easier to say this rather than doing it, okay? But at least you need to be aware of this, positive or negative feedback. Try to manage to, to control them pretty much the same way. Okay, you don't receive them the same way. Okay, the positive feedback, obviously that makes you feel good. And negative feedback might make you feel bad, but you don't want to keep this feeling for too long. As well as the positive feedback. You've got a positive feedback, that's great, but you don't want to get attached to this for too long, because this will, kind of distract you as well, right? So very important. You need to kind of develop this I don't care mentality. I don't want to sound harsh when I say this. It's just the truth. Like, you really need to, to try to control your emotion as much as possible. We are all human. I'm not saying that you need to be a robot and you don't care about it and you don't have no feelings. That's not what I'm saying. But you also need to learn to protect your emotion, to protect your feeling, because otherwise, other people will just messing around with your mindset, all right? And you don't want that, right? So a great dancer knows how to filter and take the best of each feedback. It can be a negative feedback. If it's constructive, you will know, okay, here's what I need to take from this, to learn from this and to improve. If it's a positive feedback, okay, what can I take from this as well to learn and to get better. So he will always find a way to not get too distracted by other people's opinion and stay focused on his path. All right. Number 8, you are consistent. You are very consistent. Being consistent is doing little things over and over and over and over again, and which will have a huge impact down the line, right? Most people, they will start having a good habit. For example, let's say, okay, I want to train every twice a week or three times a week. Okay, so this is something that you need to be consistent with it, because at the beginning you might not see that much result. You will be like, okay, I've been training like this for 1 month, but I feel like I'm not getting any better. And you start thinking too much and start saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna give up. And then 2 months later you realize, I missed my training, and I realized I shouldn't stop. Okay, let me come back to it again. So you do it for 2 months this time. You're training, you are dedicated for 2 months, and then you give up again. You stop for like 1 month, 2 months, and then you come back again. So you're constantly doing this, going up, you're here, you lose momentum because you stop for a while, and then you're trying to get back to it again, and then come back here. Once you're here, you lose momentum again. And the more you are losing momentum, the more this is playing with your mind. And each time you lose momentum, it's harder for you to come back. This is why you need to be consistent. Consistent is extremely important. I would rather someone who's training only once a week for 1 year. This person will progress much more than someone who trained like every day for 2 months and then stop, right? This is very powerful, guys. So no matter your schedule, even if you are very busy, Find something that you can stick to and stay consistent with it. If you can do that, you will progress over time, but most importantly, you will develop this habit of being consistent, and then you will start getting result and more result and more result, just because you've been putting the work on a regular basis for a very long period of time. So very, very important to cultivate the habit of being consistent. Number 9, you are a great observer. Extremely important. As a dancer, you need to be a great observer. Yeah, it's great to learn by practicing, but it's also great to learn just by watching. And the more you can do that over time, you will get even better at it with experience. You can just watch other dancers or just watch a choreography, and you are learning, you are getting inspired and taking so many information just by watching. Yeah, very important. You need to be a great observer. And if you are a great observer, this will help you progress much faster, because you are great at learning, implementing, which is good. But even when you are not training, actually training in a room or with friends and stuff like this, just by watching, going to an event, going to an event, or watching a dance video on YouTube or stuff like this, you are learning, you are practicing. And when you know how to do that properly, this will make you progress much faster. So be a great observer. Number 10, you have a great work ethic. Extremely important. Most people, they expect to have great results, but they don't want to put on the work. But as a dancer, to me, if you feel like training is hard work, probably dancing is not for you, because this is something that it should be fun to do. If you really like training and takes time to train to get better, it should not be hard work. Even you are working hard, it should not feel like it's a hard work. You see what I mean? So because it's your passion at the end of the day. I remember with my crew, especially like at the beginning, we used to travel to so many places in France just to exchange with other dancers. So for example, we would be training in the morning, and then we've got a phone call with other dancers who are training tonight. Say, okay, where are you going to train tonight? Okay, cool, I'm coming. Boom, we go there, we train, and then we go home late and stuff like that. And we would do this on a regular basis, because you would say, okay, this is too much work, but actually we didn't see it that way. We just saw it as an opportunity to train more, an opportunity to get better, and an opportunity to practice our passion. That was it, you see. So your work ethic will play a big role to your success. Yeah, so yes, it has to be something that you do naturally and that you love doing, and you can do it for hours and hours and hours. Every single person who succeeds at something, they've been practicing and been doing it for hours and hours and hours and hours. Any single person who's great at something has a good work ethic. The last one is, you are always looking for a way to do things differently. This is probably my favorite one. One of my favorite quote is, different is better than better. Most people, especially in the dance industry, they want to be the best. They're trying to be the best and compete with others, comparing themselves with others. And you know what? Comparison is the thief of joy. So don't spend too much time comparing yourself with others and trying to be the best. Oh, I need to beat this guy, I need to get better than this guy. No, trust me, if you start thinking of how can I be different, you will have a much better result, because now you will be able to stand out. It stands out from the crowd and have your own voice, and that's much more powerful than trying to be the best. Yeah, so great dancers understand, okay, I need to focus on myself. I need to develop my own style. I need to develop my own voice, so that whenever I start dancing, people will know this is me. this is my style, this is my way of moving, this is my way of thinking. You see what I mean? So this is the type of thing that you need to focus on. And the great thing is, every one of us, we are already unique in a way. You see what I mean? So you just need to find this, and try to understand, okay, how can I be different? How can I embrace, my style, and put it out there to the world. It's not, it may take some time, but if you focus on this rather than, okay, comparing myself to this guy, to this guy, to this, it's gonna be a headache. It's gonna be a headache. Focus on being different. And if you really think about this, there is always a way that you can do things differently, especially as a dancer, because we don't move the same way, we don't talk the same way, we don't walk the same way. You see what I mean? So there's always something that you can do as a dancer that would be different to the other person. Yes, you can get inspired. Yes, you can also, have certain person, like you said, okay, this person, this level, this is the type of level that I want to reach. But that's it. You don't need to compare yourself too much with this person. You don't even need to think like, okay, I'm going to be the best and beat this guy. Nah, man. Because over time, it's going to be a headache. It's really going to be a headache. Instead, try to always think, how can I be different? How can I be different? How can I be different? Right? And if you do that, you will always, always, always stand out. You may not appeal to everybody. That's not a problem, because no one can, can appeal to everyone anyway. So yes, but it's okay. But it's okay, because you will also filter and attract the right people in your life. You see what I mean? So try to be different. It can be the way you teach, it can be the way you practice, or it can be the way you create, your choreography, or it can be the way you freestyle, the certain things that you do that, most people don't do. So try to, create your own system, create your own system. Once again, it will not happen overnight, but focus on that. And the more you focus on that, the more it will come. Yeah. So that's it. These are the 11 signs. I know it sounds like a lot, and you might be saying, oh my gosh, I don't even have half of this. But it's okay. It's okay. It's just for you to have an idea. Oh, okay, these are the things that I can progress on. Oh, these are the things that I already have, and I can maybe get better at them, right? So even if you don't have 100% of them, that's totally fine. And I personally believe I don't have 100% of them, but I think that but if you only have, let's say, 70% of them, you can be a great dancer. If you only have maybe 80% of them, you can be a great dancer, right? So yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. Just leave your comment below. Let me know, 70%, 50%. Just be honest, try not really think about these ones. Okay, so just leave your comment below, guys. I'd like to hear from you, all right? So leave your comment below and I'll check them all right? So that's it for today, and I hope you find value from this video. This video might be a bit longer than usual, but but it's full of information for you to gather, right? And once again, if you find value from this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with all the videos. And if you want more personalized training to go deeper and work on your dance and push it to the next level, simply click on the YouTube card here to find much more details about this, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, thank you for watching. Peace. Bye.